In our day, populism is a major political force. A narrative that frames politics as a struggle between the people and the elites. That is populism at its core. Right-wing populism is on the rise. Trump is of course a major example of this. Left-wing populist figures also exist. And populism aligns nicely with far-left goals. Socialism is well suited to populist rhetoric and narratives. The working class versus the capitalist class, the people versus the elite. Class is a core component of the populist narrative, although who the elite actually is can be subject to interpretation. Some people have very different ideas about who is considered the elite. Is it rich people, career politicians, celebrities, or all of these things? Populism also often has nationalistic tendencies. Nationalistic sentiments can further strengthen populism. Ultimately, populism is a collectivist political force. It pits groups of people against one another. It is not about individual interests, it is about the interests of collectives. In this way, it challenges the dominance of liberal individualism. I think populism is naturally a friend of both nationalism and socialism. Of course, I support a mild form of socialism, market socialism. I even support a mild civic nationalism. So populism aligns quite well with my politics. And I think it can be a useful tool for building a narrative and communicating class interests. But populism also has flaws, and we need to be wary of this. In my view, probably the biggest flaw of populism is that it seems to have an anti-intellectual tendency. This is what happens when you are deeply anti-elite. Academia is elite, intellectuals are elite. So some populists become mindlessly anti-intellectual, and that can be massively dangerous. Populism can also put dangerous emphasis on individual politicians. A cult of personality can develop, and the credibility of institutions can be undermined. Trump is a good example of this. This is very dangerous because strong institutions are crucial to a healthy and stable democratic society. Without strong institutions, politics is chaos. And personality cults can strengthen the very elitism that populism seeks to destroy. It can simply form a new class of political elites. Populism has potential, but it also has serious flaws. We are living in a populist age. We need to use populist rhetoric. It naturally aligns with left-wing causes. But we must also be wary that we minimize its more dangerous elements. That is my view on populism. Would I call myself a populist? Probably not, because I don't view populism as an ideology. In my view, populism is a way of communicating politically. It is a rhetorical tool, a type of narrative. It is not itself an ideology. And as a style of rhetoric, it has major strengths and considerable flaws. We must seek to make full use of its advantages while minimizing its more dangerous tendencies.